All right, as promised, this is my larger video showing just how simply or crudely or however you want to describe it, I do a little heating and beating. So, my wife says not to go too fast. So, okay, I'm kind of in the middle of the shop here. You can see the usual flotsam, jetsam, and detritus everywhere. Junk. You can see we're open air. There's the hillside. So, let's see. I got a wheelbarrow. It's an old piece of garbage wheelbarrow. Doesn't really work all that well. In that, I have some junk and scraps to work on. I've got my old blower. I need to get it fixed. And then we can use it from time to time. I'm using charcoal. As you can see, I got this real good deal at Walmart, my local Walmart. So that's good. I've got an old Columbia bench grinder, which I grind everything on crudely, but it does the job. It's not mounted correctly, I know that, but hopefully here, one of these days I'll have a smart idea about it. And then I'll come back. I've got various and sundry junk plans and things, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but there it is. So, you can see here that I just have a big stump, and I've got my unknown make post vise clamped to it, or mounted to it, carriage bolts. And then I've got my anvil and a couple of hammers. I think in point of fact I need to dress my hammer. Both faces are rounded. I think I need a flat face, but yeah. Anyway, I've got a vacuum cleaner because it blows and sucks, and I use that for when the forge is more full of material. I want to use the full length of the tweer. Okay, here I've got the blower come out of a pellet stove, and it supplies the air most of the time. I got a hose that you can see right there that snakes around and comes back and goes in my forge. It's just from a car wash, I think it is. Yeah, car wash. And I got some junk that I'm working on, and I got just a couple of bricks holding the hose down, a big block of steel to kind of make it so everything mates up. I haven't done anything fancier than that. If I didn't have the anvil, I could put that big block of steel on the and on the block on the stump, and I could use that as an anvil face if I needed to. Luckily, some good friends of mine, people I go to church with, they loaned me their anvil. I hope to be able to purchase it from them because it's a beautiful anvil. Okay, so this is my, we'll come over here. This is my forge. That's charcoal in there. Now, it's really simply done. I mean, there's a pipe that goes all the way through, and that's the tweer. Just like, this is my variation of Lively, Tim Lively's Knife Making Unplugged. It's pretty simple, that's all it is. This is an old water heater that had part of it cut off, torched off. You can see that. There's brick on either end of the fire. That's blocking off part of the tweer, so it concentrates the air in the center, and that's where I have the fire going right now. Actually, this feels kind of good. It's warming my hands up. You can probably hear birds in the background. So, yeah. So, and it's not exactly, there's nothing fancy here. This is a 55-gallon drum upon which is rested the forge. And there's just a couple of bricks on either side keeping it in place. Sort of adapting the round to the flat. I mudded the inside of the forge myself. And, well, with my wife's help, of course. Lovely lady. And it's held up really well. I don't know that I actually did Adobe. I don't know if it is or not, but I found a recipe and I did it, and it seems to work. You know, I don't know that it'll go me a year, but I don't see any reason why it won't. Anyway, So let's see, we covered the basics, really. So yeah, anyway, that's just kind of a very crude video with what I'm doing, or how I'm doing it, with what I'm doing it, kind of the setup. And yeah, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.